a second here. Back to get the and here we go.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore.
People like him, they're
For a
really
man
something
his
else.
age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground.
His home's not
I
on
wasn't
the
worried
ground.
about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly, so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
Yep. Battle for Farbanti.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war.
All right, let's
The
do
plan is
this.
for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north.
XFA
During
mission.
this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Neruja hacked. If we take down the information communication system that we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle.
Alrighty.
Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Let's rock and roll. Oh, Weissman's back in the fray. This mission, I believe, requires these and the multiple launch standards. But we're gonna go with the Scarface skin. I've always liked the look of it.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Single seat heavy fighter. Or, well, strike fighter. It's fast. It's fast. That's the part that matters.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war.
Alright, let's do
It's
this.
time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting pressure on you. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, and come back in one piece.
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way and aim at refuel.
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
God, you're funny. Strider 1, enemy under 6.
I'm on its back.
Not an issue.
Missile evaded.
No problem.
Target acquired.
Friendly down. Enemy missile detected. Evading. They dodged it.
Dodged that.
Go down.
Missile launched.
Ooh. Here's a party.
Enemy missile breaking.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. We can use some air support. Missile hit.
Who cares if the aircraft's got three strikes?
Someone who wants to live.
Keep an eye on your radar. All it takes is one missile into history. Pursuing enemy. Locked on. Go down. Come on, dodge that missile.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital.
Enemy's got lock.
Enemy has a lock on you.
Rammy, I've been hit by a missile. We're out of sense. We're pinned down.
Missile away.
Half the enemy's already down. That LR SSG is really something.
It's what we do.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Bandit acquired. Firing. Missile inbound. Evade.
Vehicle eliminated.
That was a fast response. Looks like the enemy understands how important this place is. Roger. The park will be secured. Guilty and Big Shot clear the way.
I know the feeling.
Enemy tank HQ! We're falling back! We don't stand a chance against their air support!
I've been spiked.
Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading from 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
The trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other.
Roger.
Enemy vessel! Fire! He took a bite out of me. Breaking.
And wait for my shot.
Why did that hit?
Target is hit.
Cyclops 3, Fox 2.
Okay, they got that. And we're flying out to the sunken area. We're flying to this target-rich environment over this way.
A missile got through our ECM. Shoot it! Now! Support teams, open fire! Okay, Trigger. Silver Bridge is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go, Lucian. Wilco. That's something.
Trying again. Stay sharp!
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1.
Not done, Bandit. Attacking!
Strider 1, missile away. Target is in range of guns.
Keep an eye on your rear. Careful. You're really stuck in shit. Make this water shallow. Forward. Keep your foot on the gas.
Missile away. On my eye. Behind my target.
Breaking off. The enemy is worn out. Understand.
Target acquired.
My job just got that much harder.
We need more air support. We can't hold it. Mark 2. They evaded it. Fatigue is starting to set in. Please keep your composure. We're almost through this. Missed.
Strider 1, missile away.
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner! On my target's back. Time to punch through. This is moving. Evading! It's so huge! We have to retreat! Tank units, advance!
Strider 1, missile inbound. Evade.
Missed! Use your binoculars! Three strikes, face enemy is behind you! On my target's tail!
Chancellor flares deployed.
This is Grab 7. The enemy has a lock on me!
Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take him out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them. I'm taking fire, but I can
Roger that.
I'm on its back. That area's all yours, Strider. We're back on May Squadron at the park.
Copy that, Wiseman.
Locked on.
Missile away. Target is hit.
Push it! Missile! Evade!
Currently battling for the capital of Arusha.
Enemy has a lock!
Vessel confirmed sunk.
Too many of them!
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
The balance is in our favor.
Target is in range of guns.
Carelessness, pride, arrogance. Careful, or they can turn the battle against us in a heartbeat. This is the start. There are small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out before they can approach the fleet.
Oh, lovely.
Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Target is hit.
Ow.
Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you.
Deadlock. There's something we can do. Nearly reached headquarters. They're knocking on the front door. Steer clear of the sunken Allied ships. Just how many did we lose? Damn it, 3 Sharks is back.
Remaining.
I just unlaunched. I just pulled a full salvo on it.
Damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide. The harder the battle, the less likely it goes according to plan.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood.
All right.
Understood. 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 What do you mean retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing. Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Requesting fire for raid. Coordinates 2294 5002. Target is enemy MBT formation. Fire for
Negative.
effective
I'm using
round.
a salvo of
Spotted
standard
enemy
missiles.
backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Triggering. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
You don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down, then move on to the next.
We don't have enough ships left for organized combat.
Enemy fleet is crippled. Friendly warships should be able to finish them off.
Eyeball to Tucker 2-4. Bracketing is complete. Fire for effect. Roger. Same firing data.
Confirm the kill.
Azimuth 2870, elevation 237. Prepare the volley. Fire. This is the amphibious command ship Ptarmigan. The enemy ships in this area are part of the sunken ruins now. The landing party is on its way to HQ. Reduce altitude. Glide between the buildings. And impact.
You did really well out there. This is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
3 minutes
Tucker
remaining.
2-4. Go easy on our eardrums next time. Thanks for the fire support.
Missile. Missile.
Nothing wrong with a little shock and all there.
Powerful air defense system in the AO. Coordinates Tango 28. Lima 3 knots. You guys ever talk about anything other than 3 strikes? You really think that missile was gonna hit anything? Evading!
Wow.
Take out a friendly! Good shot, Strider 1. Finish them off! The enemy is exhausted, but we will be too before long.
Target is hit.
There we go.
1 minute remaining. Strider 1, missile launched.
Don't let him any closer.
On time.
Those arrogant Osean bastards.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright, I've got to fly up to the
Strider
return
3
line.
launching missile.
No, this is a multi-front battle.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
I most definitely do, Lancaster.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Make your landing check. Too fast. Lower airspeed.
Doing that best I can.
Bank left. Lower your nose. You're too high. Too fast. Lower airspeed.
What do you think I'm trying to do? This thing isn't exactly a stealth... Well, this thing isn't exactly a light bird.
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear.
Thanks. And proceeding to the mission. And away we go.
I want to be badass and free striker.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Yeah.
You're right. New bogies. No,
Oh
5
no,
SU-30s
choral
inbound.
music. Choral music, that's bad.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either.
Missile.
This should probably be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say. The enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Negative. This is a completely different unit.
Shipper sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Behind the enemy.
Missile did not connect.
Fox 2.
Stay focused. We've still got a monster to slay.
Damn. Those Lazarus fly like champions.
Seymour, your plane is headed. Eject. Forgive me.
Here we go.
Good luck.
Target locked.
This is someone arguably scarier than the psychos than the bats that I was fighting in the special missions.
Mr. X is eating through the Osean forces.
No, 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 no! Who are these guys?
Surrounds the last escort.
We need to be extra careful. Let's split up the 2 leaders. Eject while you can still talk.
This is a guy who eats through most fighters.
Locked on. Shaking bandit.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Cyclops 3 has bailed out safely. Destroyer, he's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. We keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
Stall warning. Missile.
Well, I was able to tag him, so
Stall
that's
warning.
gotta be worth something.
They got a lock. Bandit fired missile. All right, he grabbed a bait. Time to take him for a ride. Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Shaking. Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
Target is hit.
This is guy who's
Right. Give him
eaten
one
through some of our old squad mates, Wiseman.
Caution.
Missile evaded.
Buildings.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Oh, he just did, yeah.
Cyclops 1 is down.
Wiseman, eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. This plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman, shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Missile count. These guys are way out of my league. I can't keep getting close to them.
Fox 2. Missile hit.
Damn.
Echo finished the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can.
Wait, what was...
My radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
I've lost radar contact. What's up?
Look at the sky. Towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No. Maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Osean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, vengeance won't help anyone here.
Count, we all feel the same way.
So Wiseman died for nothing.
That was quite the party.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory. Other Allied aircraft have probably been forced to make emergency landings at other airfields. We don't know much. The mission to capture the capital is nearly complete, but we unfortunately have no intel. The enemy communication satellites are down, and we have confirmed the deaths of several Erusian leaders. But our enemy was smart. They had a similar plan. Our own communication systems were destroyed at approximately the same time. We have no idea when or if they'll come back online. Stand by for further details.
Copy that. I'll take an A rank on that. And agree, rest in peace, Wiseman. He won't go unavenged. But we've got bigger fish to fry at the moment.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's
lovely.
when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone.
Yep.
All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors.
Yep.
It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from
bet that
corporate
they were the
cut off.
444.
Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too.
Alrighty.
I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Oh boy.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti.
Copy.
Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army.
Anchorhead Bay?
The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure.
Oh boy. That ain't
As
good.
such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Okay. Unknowns. Okay. This can be worked with. Just need the right plane for the mission. Something small, maneuverable, and I know I'm gonna need air-to-air capability later on, so this.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
Also because I'm a sucker for the ASFX design. A fun fact, the plane came about from the title Ace Combat Assault Horizon, arguably the worst title of the series, as it was set in our world rather than Strangerreal. Yeah.
To the unidentified Osean craft,
It's got
this
the
is
lines.
Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns, cotton your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
There's something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock.
ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS from the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Okay.
The city under martial law.
I did not expect
Gunfire
that
of the
post-stall
jets
maneuver.
echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Yep.
Strider 1, missile launched.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a Patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal. It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Lancaster. They've opened up a
Let's
path
try
for us.
post-alt maneuver.
The more the merrier.
So this thing can.
We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
Which faction is the head of our organization? You need to know at once. The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
It's Erusian military.
Wait. The general managed to convince me.
Listen, the illusion protecting General Labarge is a real patriot. Onward!
It is not machines that make the decisions. It's people. Understand that.
Evade! Missile incoming!
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot. Vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. Seen radicals. Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone. Traeger, enemy has a lock on you. Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. We got out of paying that toll. How are we supposed to tell the difference? There are enemies everywhere. I'm waiting for firing. Bail out now. Field one, stop. Check your IFS. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing. We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Gruner Park. Captain Carr, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the works of young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans.
Oh, lovely.
They actually went to war. The performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong?
You are
We're heading
most
towards Gruner
definitely
Park.
not wrong.
Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
Getting ready for contacts and
Wonderful, so be it!
Enemy's got a lock.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19 Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't know where to see.
Capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
Unknown aircraft approaching.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
Bridge is being blocked off by a tank. This isn't good.
UAVs are acting strange. They're autonomous, but must be bugged. Not the It's the Charlie Foxtrot.
An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Working on it.
We're taking fire! Take care of them!
Somebody take out those allied planes behind us.
Don't get to run.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Lancaster.
That vehicle is one of ours! Cease fire! The info just came through!
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Erusian forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies.
Our movement is restricted by an unidentified unit near our location.
It's Erusian military.
The general is speaking with the commander.
Fire with the Ocean aircraft! General's orders! We have no choice! Fire!
The general's vehicle is under attack. Our VIP is taking fire.
We're taking fire! We can't hold off!
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Working on it, Lancaster.
Strider 1, missile away.
We made it somehow. Try to get off your ass a little faster next time. We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Hark and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Russia's responsible for Harlan's assassination.
Talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Yeah.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the general's day.
Not particularly.
Lock on! Lock on!
It's ID as Erusian.
General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Fox 2. Strider 1, tank destroyed.
Even in a time of war, it was a mistake to create something like the penal unit.
So?
We're taking heavy fire. Concentrate your fire on the combat vehicle. We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for a better timing.
Nice. Glad to see the Oceans attacking the radicals.
surrounding area.
Wilco.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusea have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
It's the Osean military.
How'd you last long, Caster? We've agreed and we're here to help. Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous. Clear to the others.
Understood. The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses.
They shouldn't be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war.
That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way.
Mission's a little confusing, but honestly, I've dealt with
This is the
worse.
Erusea News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck.
So long as you take the time
Multiple
to
unidentified
identify
aircraft approaching.
hostiles, it's honestly kind of a walk in the park.
Carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That civilian craft in the ground that we told them about. Something with the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Alma, hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell's going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
I'm here, Count.
Granted.
Wilco.
Let's go, man.
Wilco.
Take your time, be safe, and
Schroeder 1 has killed a bandit.
Those guys are good.
don't forget to share the video with your friends.
I managed to catch a glimpse of the tree strike.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Mine.
Target's not struck.
No good. Shit.
Break! That only scratched me up. Continuing with combat.
They're in my way.
Strider 2. Bugs 2.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Nice kill.
Target eliminated.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, OCA craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What? In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. We're cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco, understood.
Wilco.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Shit is beyond
Just
that.
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses. To build something else entirely.
Warning, enemy has
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Behind the enemy. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
target acquired. Strutter 1, missile launched. 5 bandits remaining.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
4 bandits left.
Behind the enemy. It's not enough to remain functional. There has to be a time that should not function. But when? Enemy on your back.
3 bandits to go. Two bandits left. Show them what you got. 1 bandit to go. Strata 1, target acquired.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead.
Huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Were you sent by the General's staff? No, it's my fault. No, I can't!
Oh no.
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknowns?
And we'll do one more mission and then we will call it for the night. Hello and welcome to the stream.
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby. We'll head up too, once our planes are ready. Oh, and Labarth is dead.
What did you say?
Apparently, he was shot down by another Ocean aircraft after he left the area of operations. I mean, I know it was chaos, but still. At any rate, the sealed order operation has come to a close. We have no idea about a plan for going forward.
All we can do for now is watch our own backs.
What's up with the commander?
He's staying in his room. He's still alive, since we can hear him crying.
Alright. Next mission.
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces.
Oh, lovely.
They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right.
Oh boy.
I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us.
Hey, Avril,
You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guard's dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed.
Oh no.
I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do.
I'm glad you
I
could
can
join.
barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess?
I have a feeling they already know you're a
After
civilian.
searching the cockpit of the plane, the woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness. Just what did you see here?
War. She saw war.
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders.
Oh boy.
Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds.
Yep.
For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Alright. Speed is of the essence on this one. My fastest plane's the Nosferatu. Load up with ADMMs.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Copy.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs.
They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. And what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own.
Please, we need help.
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say? Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
Pull up.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Trigger has destroyed the target. Shit. These are Osean.
Locked on.
Our air support is here.
Confirmed destroyed.
Stall warning. Stall warning.
Update is on Tyler Island.
Couldn't be worse. Our forces are scattered and on the run. Run? We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety.
Strata 1, target acquired.
We're under attack! Do me a favor, Longcaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks.
Copy that,
There's
Lucian.
chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves. Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Calling Friendly Birds. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help or we're still up and running. happened here. You really don't want to think about it. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Good to know I've got that reputation.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! Yeah, those Russian bastards. Use a flaming war cry! Take photos for evidence.
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side? We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. Me and calling for an allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. Who's to be followed?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Just send a photograph. We'll head back to the give us another 30 minutes.
Oh, this thing is so much slow.
Proper bearing. Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in a tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
No pursuit, you teams. We just need to buy some time. Open the bay until operation feeding time. Move them away from the mass driver.
ID complete. Target acquired.
Shit, 3 strikes. We're sitting ducks out here.
This is Echo 13. 2 tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo. We're outnumbered. Taking heavy losses. We can't even... Getting the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. Didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
Do what you have to survive.
Locked on.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind. Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go. Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks. I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Delta.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Get the wounded out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets. Strider 1, target acquired.
Push him back! Fire! Fire at will! We need more ammo! Right. Will we make it in time?
The landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. We leave the wounded. This will guarantee us a one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
An explosion inside! Turning on the countdown. Enemy's not stupid. Hit the countdown! There's still one arsenal group left. If we can kill it from above, then Rusia will have a fighting chance.
We did it! We're moving out! Leave the dead behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for. It's no use! Work to the right! Fire at that supply ship!
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
It's radical. Back. I'll make them pay for this.
Strider Squadron, You're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
No use hailing them. They know they're shooting at friendlies. Get closer. You'll never hit them from here.
Commence operation, no return.
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Oh boy, bombers.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Ow.
They're taking out many of our aircraft. Use extreme caution. Landing here, within the clouds. One enemy.
Launch control, this is Flight Leader. Systems ready. We are go for launch. This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness. Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control. Roger that.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Enemy on your back. Strider 2, Fox 2.
I'm on my target's tail.
Ram 8, behind my target.
You've entered the clouds.
Missile hit.
No use. Enemy pilots are classing.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Currently doing what I can.
Target locked.
Strider 1, missile launched. Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Back here.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
This is Ram 7. Evading enemy missiles.
Bandit has a lock.
Ram 2,
Ow.
hit my target. Ram 8 is lost. Careful, these guys are gone.
Your plane will last up if you stay in there too long. All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
High speed Rambo. Lure them in and then fire at once.
Hey you, dumbass with the scratches on his tail. You hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me. Call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I know that voice anywhere.
Embrace. So you're still breathing, never count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. Share it. Keep it out. Count me in.
That's right.
Destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she?
No kidding, sir. And who's taking this to the enemy's doorstep? Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! Attack right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. aircraft. We just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down
with gusto.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Good job! The enemy tanks are close. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Rapid simultaneous engagement capabilities.
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties. Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning terminal countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system on.
Smartcaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that defected. The supply ships will be launched soon.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Efficient projection of firepower.
1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
Alright, engaging.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it.
Oh, I do hurry.
3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
That's my specialty.
We're trying to feed that giant monster of a bird. We can't let them complete their mission.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it. The supply ship's in the clouds. We can't find it. Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down. Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We'll be taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.
Yep. Because we be hurt. We be hurting for supplies real bad like.
Good. Take a seat. Everyone's here. All right. Good work in sinking the supply ships. Not to mention saving the refugees. However, we're in no position to start celebrating. Even the commander here is starting to fray from the stress.
Can't say I blame him.
Now, Tyler Island is in a state of complete anarchy. This base isn't safe either. The faces you see around you are the only friends we've got. Take a good look.
Copy. A rank. And with that, I'm going to be calling it for tonight. Glad to see you right here. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and be safe in these trying times. And as always,